Donald Trump seems to enjoy putting his name on anything he can for branding purposes, but for some reason, his post-presidential office is hiding in plain sight. That's according to an exclusive NBC News report that reveals Trump hasn't put his name on his taxpayer-funded post-presidential office located in West Palm Beach, Florida, about 10-minute drive from his Mar-a-Lago club. Here's a picture of that office. Trump's website reportedly doesn't list the address. The nameplate on the hallway wall is blank. There is no seal, official or unofficial, on the frosted glass door, and the name Trump is nowhere to be found. Joining us now, one of the authors of this report, NBC News senior national politics reporter Jonathan Allen. Why? Jonathan, do we know anything more about this office and why it's being treated so mysteriously?
Good morning, Mika. So mysteriously that when I asked Trump's spokesman, he said he'd never heard of the office. Submitted a bunch of questions by email, didn't get anything back after that. But what's going on here, a couple of things that I think are important. Number one, when the Mar-a-Lago raid happened in August of 2022, there were classified materials at this post-presidential office that later got moved to Mar-a-Lago. They've since been turned over to the government. But as a result of that, what happened was Trump's lawyers asked that this post-presidential office that very few people knew about, they asked that it be searched by a private firm. There is no indication that the FBI has actually searched this office, even though they've been looking not only for classified documents, but also things that are responsive to the Presidential Records Act that are not classified but do belong to the United States government. The other interesting thing that's going on here, and of course, by the way, I should say we don't know what's in that office. Like the FBI, we weren't able to search it. But what we've been told by people who are familiar with it is that there are bankers' boxes piled up all over the place. And the other interesting thing about this office, Mika, is aides that are on Donald Trump's political payroll, either his political action committee or his campaign or both, have worked out of that office. And it's not clear what effort he's made, if any, to separate the official work that they're doing for the government from any political work that they're doing in that office. And of course, this is paid for by the General Services Administration, the federal agency that maintains ex-presidents' offices.
Well, let us know if you find out any more. Senior NBC News national politics reporter Jonathan Allen, thank you very much for your reporting this morning.